South Orange County is home to a number of civil engineering nightmares. You've got train tracks on the brink of falling into the ocean, NIMBYs blocking the completion of a toll road, the Aliso Creek bike trail which for some reason doesn't connect to Aliso Beach, and above all else, steep topography, narrow streets, and a general shortage of parking at the beaches, leading to major traffic jams, especially during the summer months. So what's the solution? Squashy bus, you want to go to the beach? I mean, yeah, this is OCTA territory, but BCT needs to see how Orange County does beach city transit. Besides, you're too big to fit in my backpack anyways. Now this is where it gets confusing. The 3 beach cities and 2 neighboring ones all have their own free summer trolley systems. They don't all agree on which interval of the year is considered summer. A few of them actually run year-round. Some of them are daily, some are weekends only. Dana Point starts out being daily and switches to weekends only in September. They don't all agree on what is considered a weekend, and they all seem to have special schedules for the holidays. And these routes change year by year, so hopefully you aren't looking at an old copy of the map. With that in mind, my goal this trip was to ride at least one route from each city, and I feel that would be enough of an accomplishment. So let's go! I'm leaving my bike here because I'm not sure all the buses have bike racks, and so I don't have to lift my bike on and off 7 different buses. And speaking of buses, this one would have been helpful when the tracks to San Clemente were closed, because instead of no alternate transportation, they could have just said, take 2 buses to Dana Point and take the one to San Clemente. This one doesn't have a bike rack, so that was a good move. Well, that's convenient. There's a map that has all of them on it. Yeah, except they forgot a few. There it is. Let's go. We exit the train station heading north on Forbes Road, passing some of the new massive apartments here. Turning west on Crown Valley Parkway, we cross over Oso Creek as we head southwest into the hills. This part of Orange County is really confusing because the cities all sound like they're named after each other. You've got Laguna Niguel, Laguna Hills, and Laguna Woods named after Laguna Beach, which is in turn named after Las Lagunas, the only natural lakes in Orange County. And then you've got Aliso Viejo named after Mission Viejo, which is named after the mission in San Juan Capistrano. It really screams of real estate development marketing. Pretty important intersection right here. I think I'm gonna tell them, why does it say you can bring bikes on the website when in person there's no bike rack? That's kind of foul. Alright, looks like this might be the transfer to the South Line. See the other bus there. Honestly, the line's so short, I'm wondering why they split it into 2 buses. Different seats on this one. You would think it's a straight shot for 7 miles. Why would they split it into 2 routes? I don't know. We then deviate to the City Hall and Library, and proceed onward towards Dana Point, gaining even more elevation on Crown Valley Parkway. Eventually we begin our descent towards Pacific Coast Highway. Yeah, I remember biking on this street once. Very fun. We turn southeast on Coast Highway for about a mile before reaching our destination at the Ritz-Carlton, transfer point for the Laguna and Dana Point trolleys. Alright, we're here at the Ritz-Carlton, which is like this fancy hotel. And from here, let's go to Laguna Beach. Now, most of the beach cities have this problem, but especially Laguna Beach, where we're heading, is the parking crisis. And one of the great things about these free shuttles is you can park in a remote area and just take the free bus. Also, just noticed this one has a bike rack when the first one didn't. Anyways, Laguna Beach, north route. Let's go. Actually, that's the Dana Point one. I wanted Laguna Beach. They use the same color. It's confusing. So Dana Point's got surfboard rack, but no bike rack. And the last one didn't even have the surfboard rack, so not a lot of consistency here. While we're waiting, the Ritz-Carlton does actually have public beach access down here. Probably why this is such a good transfer point for all 3 services. But yeah, beautiful coast. I'm pretty sure all these people waiting are going to Laguna Beach because that is objectively the better of the 3 beaches. Better in terms of scenery, that's what I say. But it also has the worst parking crisis, so they actually have a bus route to a remote parking lot in Irvine. Or you could just go to Laguna Niguel Station like I did. But come on, no bike racks. Is it Laguna Beach this time? Yes, it is. It has bike racks. This one's actually affiliated with OCTA. Have to kick some people off here. Caution, open air. Aliso Beach. Kinda into downtown here. Worth noting the benches on this one have cushions. For Dana Point, it's just hardwood. So here's like the main beach, but we're heading to Heisler Park. So much traffic. And now we deviate up Laguna Canyon. Devoted bus platform. We got kicked off because the driver was going on lunch, but this route is supposed to continue up to Heisler Park. She said just wait for the next one in 4 minutes. Squashy bus, what do you think of that? Do you think they need 60-foot articulated trolleys for that kind of ridership? Yes. And this must be our substitute right here. Let's go. Hello. This one doesn't have cushions. Oh no. So up there is the art festivals and more parking lots that you still have to pay money for. And then the route that goes to Irvine connects here somewhere. This bus has sideways seats up there, and the stop request cord is up here. When on the last one, it was down here. Interesting. There's another one. That one has windows, like this one. I don't volunteer to bike up that street anytime soon. So we get a little bit of canyon scenery, but we're gonna turn around very soon. I think right now. This is like the downtown area. The Chakra Shack relocated for the third time, or second time. It used to be north of this, it used to be south of this, but now it's right here in downtown. Back on Coast Highway, we continue northwest towards Heisler Park, my favorite beach in Laguna. Alright, about to turn on Cliff towards Heisler Park. Hey, there's OCTA Route 1. I might end up taking that south, depending if it comes first. Wow, that took like an hour. So much traffic. Heisler Park Beach. Everyone loves it. There it is. It is arguably the smallest beach, but it is the best beach. And here we are in Laguna Beach, the city that used to be this far-off enclave for hippies and artists, and now it's one of the most sought-after beach communities in the world. Squashy bus, don't you think all these little beach trolleys ought to just be consolidated into a single community agency called Beach Cities Transit or something? Yeah. Other thing about Laguna Beach is they're really fascist about preserving the nature, so it's against a lot of turnover of rock. Walking down to the main beach now. So nice. Now, I know it looks super crowded, but it's 4th of July weekend, so this is peak summer traffic. I see the one bus back there. I think I'm gonna take that to the Ritz to save some time, and because I have a Metrolink ticket, I get on free anyways. This is presumably faster and less crowded. The contrast. Of course, we don't get as good of views on this because of the window wraps, but the other one didn't even have windows. Go figure. Alright, I decided since I was already on the one, I would just skip the North Dana Point route and cut ahead to the part where it's named after all the streets with the word lantern in it. And then I'll take the south route to connect with the San Clemente one. That'll save me some time. And then up here, maybe later get to the Juan Capistrano one. Oh, except I'm at N5 and I need to be at S13, and that's the bus right there. Oh no. False alarm, that was the south one. I mean the north one. This is like Dana Point's downtown, and then that way to San Clemente. Nice view. Oh, now I see the south one coming. I think I'll beat it. Here it is, yeah. wind noise. No foul language. Of the 3 South County beach cities, Dana Point notably has a harbor, which is one of the 4 ports with regular service to Catalina Island. It's also the flattest of these 3 cities, so there are generally more parking lots, including a new parking garage back at the intersection, something that would be very difficult to build in Laguna Beach or San Clemente. The trolley takes us back on Coast Highway East, up the part that looks like a freeway. Really fun with all these windows open. Here we cross over San Juan Creek and the train tracks used by Metrolink and Amtrak. We then cross under the 5 freeway and proceed through this neighborhood in the hills above Capistrano Beach. I always thought this was part of San Clemente, but apparently we're still in Dana Point. Back window. We cross back over the 5 freeway towards this shopping center, which is the transfer point for the San Clemente trolley. Wow. Whoa, U-turn. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. Have a good one.
Yes, this one. The whole time I was like, why is there a fire alarm in the trolley? And like, oh, it's the stop request. I think it was loud. So the San Clemente blue line is seasonal, but the red one runs year-round during the weekends. But in reality, you just gotta check every time because they change them so much. Like, I think half of the routes we're riding in this video are new this year. Oh, it's a minibus. They don't even give us a fake trolley bus for this one. I'll take it. I just found this on the ground, but it might be outdated because it's from 2 years ago. And I think they added another route, but we might ride this later. The blue line continues southeast above Capistrano Beach until we head down and rejoin with Coast Highway, which in San Clemente changes names to El Camino Real. My goal was to get off at the San Clemente North Beach Metrolink station, but the routing of the blue line didn't have a stop there on the southbound trip, so I had to stay on for the deviation to the outlet mall first. Okay, it looks like I have to go up to the mall and then out back, because that's where the stop is on the westbound. Outlet mall shot. There's the red one. Wow, that is a long line. I don't know if I want to ride that one now. Here we're heading back down the hill towards the train station.
Thank you. Have fun surfing.
I love that bike shop. It's great. That's so funny that they use a minibus for the blue line and the actual fake trolley bus for the red line. But after seeing that massive crowd of people trying to board, I definitely don't need to go to the pier now. In the interest of time and sheer redundancy, we're going to get OCTA Route 91 to connect with the San Juan Capistrano one, which also goes to San Juan Capistrano, so we can just say we rid all of them. And then somehow get back to the train station, probably on a train. And in good old-fashioned bad timing, oh wait, that's the one. Thank goodness. Now the one would get me almost there, but for some reason San Juan Capistrano's bus boards like a block east of the beach. Man, and I thought Laguna's one was crowded. I think they need the articulated fake trolley bus more than them. Worth noting, up there is some nice hiking. Insert picture right now. Alright, good diversity. We got both a New Flyer and a Gillig OCTA bus in today's trip. This bus is saving me from having to take those 2 same trolleys back to Dana Point. Here we're heading back up Coast Highway, back on the freeway part, going back over the same bridge we were on before. But now we're turning north on Del Obispo Street for about a mile to Stonehill, which is the furthest south the SJC trolley goes. And just around the corner is the San Juan Capistrano stop. They really went hard with that Wild West motif. Yeah, you can see the map that I picked up doesn't even match this new one because there's this Ortega line that wasn't on it before. But we're gonna take it up to downtown and walk to the train station. OCTA, thank you for your service. Alright, it's a fake trolley bus, but with entire windows, not wide open like the beach ones. Let's go. Deviating to a hotel, I guess. Yeah, it is a stop apparently. Alright, now we're turning on Capistrano for real. On Camino Capistrano, we're in between the 5 freeway and the train tracks. And we see the construction progress of the new train bridge over San Juan Creek, which is to replace the old one built in 1917. Shopping center zone. Well, I guess they also use minibuses. And we're in the historic district, which means I think someone already requested it. Oh, that one even has a back door. Guess they don't use it. Anyways, we're here in historic San Juan Capistrano. I think this is the first video where I'm actually outside in San Juan Capistrano, not including the bike ride one that was super early in the morning. But we're gonna do some crazy logistics to get my bike without missing a train. So here we are at the train station. I am eventually gonna get on the train going north. The question is, do I board it here and hope that the stop at Laguna Niguel is long enough that I can get out, get my bike, and get back in the train, which I'm not very confident in, or do I just take the 91 to Laguna Niguel and walk down to the station? I think I'm gonna do that. I feel like I generally try to spend as little time as possible in San Juan Capistrano because it gives me bad memories of those 4th grade mission projects we had to do. It's a scheme to sell arts and craft supplies. It's not educational, but also because the missions were concentration camps and an entire town based around celebrating it is kind of twisted. Hey, I thought this wasn't a social commentary. Yeah, that was kind of redundant, but hey, we got to ride all 5 of the systems. Yay. So is this minibus part of the San Juan Capistrano? Yes, it is the red line. They probably have more comfortable seats than those wood benches. It's a very big contrast. The next 91 approaches, it's also a New Flyer. Luxurious electrical substation shop. The 91 takes us north, serving a park and ride, a college, a hospital, a mall, and then almost a train station.
Doors open.
Thank you. I realized I could have gotten off earlier in the route and walked to the station from the south, but right here is the more scenic walk. It's the Oso Creek Trail, which, when is this happening? I don't know. Mission Viejo people will agree with me. It's really dumb that the 91 almost serves the same station twice, but just misses it both times. Oh well, at least they made this trail nice. The other option would have been walk north through the industrial part. Ooh, jasmine spotted in July. Smells good. Nature. And there's the bus we started on, with no bike racks. I think there was some urbanist study that said most people would be willing to walk 1/3 of a mile to get their transit connection. And this is just out of that range, so boo-hoo, Mission Viejo, Laguna Niguel. At least I still got the transit accessible propane and building materials. Nice water sounds that are drowned out by freeway sounds. And we are back. Laguna Niguel and Mission Viejo used to have a government-funded rideshare service called OC Flex, but was actually discontinued a few days before I filmed this. So that's what the Ray Shremmerd song was about. Mission Viejo does have their own bus service, but it doesn't run during the summer. Alright, made it back with 30 minutes to spare. There's the bus again. And yay, nothing bad happened to my bike. I figured this was a safe place to park because it's kind of a low creep factor area. Well, Squashy Bus, we did it. We squashed all the buses. We showed how Orange County does Beach City transit. Squash a bus, squash a bus. Everyone loves the squash a bus. The moral of the story is, if you want to go to the South County beaches in the summer, would you rather A, compete with all these people for a parking space, or B, compete with all these people for a seat on the trolley? Or C, just take the train directly to San Clemente, provided the train tracks are still functioning. What can we say about these trolleys? Very useful, very frequent, covers areas not served by the regular bus, but super confusing if you're trying to plan a trip between cities. And the wooden benches?
I'm not comfortable.
No bike racks?
I'm not comfortable.
But the ride is fun, and sometimes feels like a roller coaster.